Hi, you're tuned in to Mind Matter with Jannat. Over time, I intend to converse with a dynamic group of individuals across various professions and age groups. The idea is to have meaningful conversations centered around an array of topics concerning mental health with a strong focus on creating an impact.
Today we have Pukhraj Singh here with us to talk to us about altruism as well as its benefits for teenagers and the general public. So, Pukhraj, so could you give us an introduction about yourself?
Yeah, hi, my name is Pukhraj Singh. I'm actually based in Delhi. And I guess I found my purpose in life because I've actually just stopped working the last 9 years. I work with sick people. I work with children who have cancer. I mean, when you have cancer, you have two pains. First is the physical pain with the chemo, the radiation. The more powerful pain I feel is the emotional trauma because that affects the whole family. No, people don't know how to deal with it. So what I tend to do is something called emotional hand-holding, where you just comfort somebody, hear them, hear the anxieties they have, the loss of identity, and then I help them to get back on their feet with the different positive outlooks. So which includes different therapies, and most important is just hearing somebody. When you hear somebody from the heart, when you're able to hear from the heart, then the whole energy changes. So I've been doing this last 5 years. I work with the poorest patients who stay in the dharamshalas outside AIMS and sleep on the floor. So I guess God gives me strength because I just walk up to them, put my hands on the shoulder, ask what they do, ask how are they feeling. And I try to give them medicines, make them smile. And in the end, I've just learned one thing. I just hug every one of them. So I guess I found my purpose in.
That's lovely. So for today, I think the main concept that we want to discuss is, what is altruism and what is your journey with the concept and how did you come across it?
So altruism for me is when you actually get up and do something for somebody. So if I can give you an example, the way I look at it, let's say we're at a red light and usually we have a beggar coming towards us or a poor child. So our first reaction could be of frustration, irritation, even anger, that he's coming towards us. The next, and this all happens in a split second. The next thought might be, okay, we start sympathizing with the person. Okay, he's coming. Can we do something about it? We can sympathize with him. The third is something called empathy, where we can actually feel the other person's pain, whoever's coming towards us, without any judgment. And altruism is the step when we actually get out of a car or just smile with the person, just buy the person food, nothing to do with money. That for me is altruism, when you actually make an effort towards helping somebody.
So, you go beyond the feeling and it's the action.
And for me, altruism all begins with one word, which I strongly believe, and that is compassion. This can only come about with compassion. What is compassion? When we are actually able to help somebody. For me, compassion is when we can empathize with somebody and all that flows through our heart is love. Love heals us and it heals everybody around us. So altruism begins only with compassion. And the way I look at it, there are 7 religions in the world. The basic essence of all these religions is something called compassion. But in our big city life, we've forgotten it all. So that's what I feel.
Yeah, I think speaking of big city life, as a teenager myself, and many others who are listening to this, there's so many who go through mental health, issues and struggles. So, what do you think teenagers, how teenagers could benefit from associating themselves with altruism and making that extra effort?
See, we all could benefit with it because the way the science is progressing, we all literally obsessed with our phones. So what are we becoming? We are becoming aloof from each other. Altruism in its own ways teaches us how to get closer to people. And the only way it works is only through love and kindness. That is the way I look at it. So I especially tell all the teenagers, continue with your life, continue with your future hopes and ambitions and dreams. But if you just bring about a little bit of altruism, a little bit of kindness, a little bit of compassion, that will definitely help you improve your own inner sense, inner sense. That'll help you improve your own inner being, and that is very essential to be in today's world. To have that confidence, when you start looking at things with kindness, with altruism, your whole purpose in life can change. Your whole belief system can change. Okay, just speaking to somebody from the heart, just buying a child a meal, how much the smile means to him, and that for you ultimately is a feeling of joy. So this is how important for me altruism is.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, where even the slightest gesture, yes, you put a smile on somebody else's face, but deep down it makes you feel good because you felt like, okay, I have made someone's day a lot better.
This for me is a feeling of joy. Today we all say we want to be happy. For me, happiness is momentarily. You can buy a nice dress and be happy for the next 2 days, but it's a momentary feeling. A feeling of joy is when you're actually able to give back to a stranger without any judgment, without any distinction. That is that inner feeling. Yes, I am useful for other people, for strangers I don't know.
Yeah. I think the next question, even though you have mentioned a couple of things here or there, what are some methods that the audience can adopt to work towards an altruistic attitude or lifestyle? The small things and even the big things, what can someone do?
See, what someone can do it today. The way our lifestyle is, we are so caught up in our own things. Every one of us is caught up in things. The only thing I tell when I interact with people is, be busy with what you are. Next time, at least just start being a little kind. Next time when you see a poor man or a sick man on the road, just ask him how you're doing. You'll be surprised how many different emotions come out, because somebody's actually getting off and asking how are we doing. That is something called sharing. If you can't do, try if when you see a child on when you see a child on the road, when you see a child on the road, I'm saying give him money, but give him a pencil, give him a coloring book. At least he's going to make some use of it. He'll definitely do that. That keeps them also, that gives them some hope that there is some humanity around. So, and if you can't do anything, just smile. Next time when you take a auto or you're on the road, just ask somebody, "Pani piyoge?" You'll be surprised how many different emotions come out because somebody's asking for water. We've forgotten this all. If you can't do anything, next time somebody holds the door for you, just smile for him. So there's a lot of way to just share, give back.
Yeah. I think that also stands for not only, people we don't know, but even people you know. You can, extend that helping hand, give that smile to somebody who you are even the bestest of friends with, but can always, help light up their day.
So it's just making the extra effort, just making that gesture of kindness.
Yeah. So thank you so much for that. I think we've summarized the concept quite succinctly. Also, I think given a lot of people suggestions on how they can work towards not only helping others but themselves, because I think the biggest thing with this concept is that yes, you are helping someone else, but deep down you're helping yourself too, and it's a release for yourself.
Ultimately, I think it comes down to the way I look at it. Whatever I do is for me. Even if I'm going out and helping people who are really sick, it's finally giving me a feeling of my own well-being. It's a feeling of joy. That's what we do for ourselves.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much for inviting me. Okay, Jannat.